afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream of the M1 Netball Super League 2018. We're live here from the Topayo Sports Hall. The opening game is between Mission Mannas and Sneakers Stingrays. Now, as you can see, Sneakers Stingrays are the team in purple and pink. They are being introduced onto the court right now, and their opponents are in the blue and red. They are also the defending champions of this competition. They are the Mission Mannas. Now, other than this game happening later on at 4 p.m, the Blaze Dolphins will play against the Magic Marlins, and at 6 p.m, Fear Orcas will take on SRC Barracudas. The first game promises to be an intense one, with the defending champions facing against Sneakers Stingrays, who missed out on the competition last year. So it is great to have the Sneakers Stingrays back here at the Netball Super League 2018. They offer great, intense netball, and this is definitely going to be a match to watch. Go TikTok is the coach of the Sneakers Stingrays. He's also the newly appointed 21 and under coach this year. So it's going to be quite an intense game.
And that's your team, Sneakers Stingrays!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on court in purple and pink are the Sneakers Stingrays.
And now, Team Mission Mannas!
Right now, here we go. We are welcoming Mission Mannas.
Goal shooter, Charmaine So.
And of course, the first name to be called out is the goal shooter, Charmaine So. She is the co-captain of the team. And also, if you watch a lot of Singapore Netball, you will know her as Charmaine. She is the golden shooter of our national team. Speaking of national team players, they have a total of 5 current national players, Charmaine So being one of them. They also have Zhang Ailin, Nurul Baizura, Kimberly Lin, and Sheena Teo. You will hear all these names being called out very soon. And there they are on court. Sheena Teo playing the goalkeeper position. That is the starting 7. The first reserve to be called out, Pooja Kumar. She is the youngest player in the Netball Super League at 16 years old. Now, when I was 16, I was still playing the B and C division finals, so it is fantastic that she is getting an opportunity to play such an elite level of netball. The Netball Super League is the highest and the elite competition, netball competition that we have here in Singapore.
And that's your team, Mission Mannas!
Very shortly, we will introduce the umpires for the game.
Umpires for the game are Nigel Wainlim and Jessica Day.
There's Nigel Wainlim, who is an RUA umpire. He is internationally accredited. Jessica Teng will be umpiring alongside him, and reserve umpire Mohammed Shafiq will be reserved, and he will be aiding the 2 umpires. Okay, now let's take a look at the matchup. Mission Mannas against Sneakers Stingrays. The one notable matchup will be between the Mannas goal shooter, Charmaine So, against her keeper from Sneakers Stingrays will be Vanessa Lee. Vanessa Lee is the current national captain, so they are very familiar with each other, and it's going to be a very interesting matchup. They are very familiar with each other, so it's going to be very interesting to see what Charmaine does. Charmaine is very accurate, but Vanessa is extremely experienced, so we'll see what they can do to outmatch each other. So Mission Mannas have the first center pass. That is Natalie Carter taking the first center pass. Unfortunately, a little bit of fumble. To Kaiwei gathers. She is very quick to be in the circle. Puts in a shot, and she doesn't miss. To Kaiwei, a very young player, putting in the first shot of the game. And now it's Stingray's center pass. Stingrays find no trouble in the circle. Now Xin Yi having a attempting a very long range shot, unfortunately not quite enough. The ball rolls out and it's a throw in. Now Misha Mannas have the opportunity to level things here after they missed their center pass. Unfortunately, the ball is out of play and it will be to the Stingrays. This is Vanessa Lee in action, passing Sarah Sue, and that's Pavinaya now with the ball. She's also part of the national team. That's a help ball right there, taking a little bit too much time to decide where the ball should go, holding the ball longer than 3 seconds, hence causing a turnover. Charmin So is playing alongside Pamela Liu and Zhang Ailin. She will be very familiar with these people as they are part of the national team. Charmin So putting up her first shot, misses it, tries to get a rebound, but Vanessa blocks her out of that rebound position and manages a throw in for her team. She looks really far down court and clears almost half the court, and with no difficulty really, Sneaker Stingrays have yet another point to their name. This is not particularly a great start for the Mission Mannas. I'm sure they would like to be hit on hit, but it is still pretty early in the game, and Charmin So has a second attempt. Does not miss it this time. That is by Zura in a goal defense position, picking up a little bit of a fumble, but Pavinaya gets it right back for the Sneaker Stingrays. Now the Sneaker Stingrays having a little bit of a difficulty getting the ball into the circle. Sini again with another shot, this time mid-range, does not miss it from there. Natalie Carter, the center of Mission Mannas, having a very hard time with the center pass, constantly having to go back instead of forward. Her wing attack and goal attack really do have to step it up a notch a little bit to make sure that the center pass goes through. Pamela Liu here decides to pass it back to the ever-reliant Charmin So, who does not miss it. From such a range, Charmin So will not miss. Sneaker Stingrays, on the other hand, have no problem with the center pass. The wing attack, Yeo Jie-min, very easily is an option for the center. She just fed it through Sydney, who attempting a long shot, will not miss it. It is 4-2 to the Sneaker Stingrays. Finally, Natalie Carter does not have to turn back. Gathers, manages a successful center pass to Ailin. Sarah Sue, unfortunately, contacted her and is now out of play. Charmin So with a long range shot. Will not miss it. You don't call her Champagne Charmin for nothing. The Stingrays have no trouble bringing the ball into their attacking semicircle. They are very fluent with the ball. Unlike Mission Mannas, they are constantly having problems. They are holding the ball a lot longer than they would like to. I definitely would think so. Vanessa Lee pulled out with the contact with a penalty pass or shot. Obviously, Charmin So is going to go for a shot and does not miss it. This is the very fluent attacking play of the Sneaker Stingrays. They are very dangerous. So Kai Wei with a long range shot makes it 6-4 for the Sneaker Stingrays. The Mission Mannas seem to be finding their rhythm a little bit better this time around. Took them a little bit of time to get adjusted and used to being on court. Maybe it's first game nerves, you know, it is the first game of the season. But they are getting there and they are putting in the shots. The score is 6-5, just 1 goal a difference. Sin Yi with a long range shot. You know what's very interesting about this game is that all shooters are not afraid of any long range shot. We've seen plenty of them. Once they get the ball and they're in the circle, they're ready to just put that shot up. They don't hesitate too much and it makes for an impressive show. That's Pamela Liu. Unfortunately, Paul pulled up for the footwork, and it will be a free pass to the Sneaker Stingrays. Vanessa Lee, unfortunately, with a little bit of fumble, and the ball is back in the Mission Mannas' hands. Charmin So very quick to make use of the obstruction call that was made against Sarah Sue, and quickly getting the ball in the circle to put up the shot. Everything is even now, 6-all. Unfortunately, an error from one of either wing defense or goal defense on Mission Mannas. It was probably a breaking, I assume, and there's a turnover to Sneaker Stingray. Jean Chia, the wing defense of Mission Mannas, pulled out with a contact. She's standing out of place. She's not allowed to do anything, not allowed to give instructions. She just has to stand there until the ball is released. There is Sydney once again for the Sneaker Stingray. To Kai Wei there identifying her player, got a little bit confused between purple and blue, passes the ball to a defender, and now the Mission Mannas have taken advantage of that, and things are even 7-all. It is a center pass to the Mission Mannas. And Nurse got the better of Pamela Liu there. She got the ball in her hand, but unfortunately it slipped out, causing a throw in for the Sneaker Stingrays. Let's see how fluently this time they get the ball into the circle. Tokai with a long range shot does not miss. I'm telling you, this girl is amazing. Last year she played for the SRC Barracudas, and she was definitely one to watch. She was such an accurate and agile player. So you definitely want to look out for Tokai Wei. Now the Sneaker Stingrays are setting up a zone defense right now against the Mission Mannas. So the Mission Mannas really have to find their way to break out of this zone, and quite easily they do. It took a little bit of time, but you know, that's what they need to break out of the zone. You need patience and you need to work hard. That's what you need to do to break out of the zone. Charmin So yet another shot now. Center pass again to the Mission Mannas. This time things are even. Hopefully they can get a successful center pass conversion this time. Natalie Carter had to go all the way back by Zura, who was in the Sneaker Stingray half. Unfortunately committed a footwork. And now, once again, they have no problems finding their shooter in the circle. And the shooters of the Sneaker Stingrays have no problem converting the passes given to them. Mission Mannas are now 2 goals down. They would want to convert their center pass. They are really having troubles with their own center passes. As we see right there, Charmin So just fumbling and giving a throw in to Vanessa Lee. That's a really long range shot from Sini, but we've seen before that she could put that shot, but she decided to pass it to Kai Wei, which the defenders read and double defended her. They tried to double jump her, but fortunately for her, one of them was a little bit too close, so an obstruction, and she got a free penalty shot. That was a beautiful roll there from Sin Yi, just to get the ball a little bit closer, a little bit more within her comfortable shooting range. She will definitely not miss from there. Now the Sneaker Stingray with that goal from Sin Yi have managed to pull the lead by 4 goals. The score is 12-8, and it is less than 5 minutes to the first quarter of the game. Mission Mannas are really having trouble in their attacking half. I think that they need to provide more options. They need to be a little bit more creative. Right now, the Sneaker Stingrays are really easily winning them, and it's allowed them to get those turnover and intercepts. Sheena Teo, that's the goalkeeper from Mission Mannas, who very sneakily sneaked behind and got that tip, picked up the ball, brought it, their teammates brought it to the other end. Pamela Liu converted that shot. Is now 2 goals the difference. Mission Mannas have caught up. It is their center pass. And unfortunately, another error. Sini will take the shot. She is not afraid to take those long shots. And you can tell why she's not afraid. She's a confident player and she's nailing those shots. A little bit of a wrestle for the ball there. The umpire had to make a quick decision between whose possession of the ball it was. Much better center pass there from the Mission Mannas. And I think Carter getting a little bit stuck in the center, in the middle of the attacking third of the Mission Mannas. She was guarded by 2 defenders and just standing there taking up a lot of space, causing a little bit of a bottleneck for her players. But they eventually found a ball into Pamela Liu, who put in a shot, and it's 14-11 to the Sneaker Stingray. That was 2 passes before they've converted a shot. The Sneaker Stingrays have definitely found their rhythm and they have no problems out converting. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mission Mannas having to fumble a little bit, but when Charmaine So has the ball, Charmaine So scores. There are no shooters in the circle. The shooters are pretty wide, but they're not afraid to go wide because they will take the long shot and they will put it in. Having no options up front, Pamela Liu is forced to try to sling a long ball into Charmaine, so unfortunately it didn't quite work out for her. Here's the Sneaker Stingray quickly getting the ball into the circle. No issues at all for the shooters of the Sneaker Stingray. The score is 17-12. Sneaker Stingrays are in the lead, 5 goals. With a 5-goal advantage, is about 9 seconds on the clock. The Mission Mannas do have possession of the ball right now and it is a good chance for them to convert this. But again, they are having difficulties. A little bit of desperation there from Nurul by Zura looking to pass to Charmaine. So who was an option? Actually, she was pretty free, but unfortunately things didn't go quite as planned. On the other side, another long sling to the circle. The shooters are very free. The midfielders are having that vision to pass the ball into the circle. Unfortunately, just a little bit of an accuracy issue. Footwork there for Charmaine, so her feet a little bit too quick, I guess, for her to control. That was a quick change of direction. Beautiful run actually from To Kai Wei. It was unfortunate that the ball didn't quite make it from Sin Yi and it went out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, about 10 seconds remaining on the clock. The Mission Mannas have possession. They will definitely want to put this in. Charmaine So with the shot a little bit under. That is the end of the first quarter. The Sneaker Stingrays are in the lead, 5 goals advantage. The score is 17-12.
Mission Mannas 12, Stingrays 17.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the live streaming of the first game of the M1 Netball Super League 2018 is Mission Mannas against the Sneaker Stingrays. This is the second quarter of the game. If you're just joining us, welcome. It is a pretty intense game. The score is 17-12. The Sneaker Stingrays are in the lead. Mission Mannas once again have the opening center pass of the quarter. This time they are finding it a lot easier to bring the ball into the circle. Charmaine So puts in the first shot of the quarter. To Kaiwei, as we spoke about earlier, very young. She's 21 years of age. She is with the long range shot. Missed it the first time, but definitely will not miss it the second. Sneaker Stingray with the turnover. This is the first turnover of the quarter. In the circle against Sin Yi and Kaiwei, the two Sneaker Stingray shooters, we have Sheena Teo and Nu by Zura. Both of them are very experienced and probably a little bit familiar with Sini and Kaiwei. Baizura is a little bit out of position. She normally plays center or perhaps maybe wing defense in the national team. This time she is at the goal defense position. We're not very used to seeing her at that particular position. So probably having to adjust to getting used to that position. That was a Sneaker Stingray center pass, and it is converted by Charmaine So of Mission Mannas. They would need that conversion, unfortunately, now at their own center pass. They have fumbled, and the possession has gone to Sneaker Stingray. And they will not miss it from here, definitely not. There was incredible vision there from Ang Ching-ing of Sneaker Stingray, opting from a long ball to Kaiwei into circle. Unfortunately, Kaiwei probably not ready for that and fumbled, and the ball went out of court, and is now the possession of Mission Mannas. Charmaine So has the ball. Does not miss. Once again, here we go. Mission Mannas, let's see if they can convert this center pass. Jean Chia is right now at the wing attack position. She was the wing defense for Mission Mannas earlier on in the first quarter. Right now she is at the wing attack, helping to feed the shooters. Charmaine So just put in the shot. The score is now 16-20. There was a beautiful run by To Kaiwei. Such an easy option for Ang Ching-ing of Sneaker Stingray. There was no hesitation there. Definitely Kaiwei was going to get the ball and put it in at such a close range shot. Both the center and wing defense of Sneaker Stingrays were just standing beside Jean Chia earlier for obstruction. They were out of play. Charmaine So's incredibly long range shot. Vanessa Lee was out of play there for obstruction, and Charmaine utilized it to every potential that she has. She will not miss from there, especially if there is no defender right in front of her. Here we go, Sneaker Stingray in the purple and pink. Sheena Teo and Baizura both jumping towards Kaiwei in an attempt to pressurize the shot, but Kaiwei does not blink, does not move, puts in the ball. Does not flinch at all, Kaiwei. The Stingrays defenders are really ruthless. They are really going after every ball. They are challenging for every pass that is made. Unfortunately, they are being pulled up a lot for contact. And the umpire is pulling them out one by one. A lot of penalty passes given to the Mission Mannas makes their life a little bit easy and results in a shot for them. The score is 18-22 with less than 10 minutes of this quarter to go. Sheena Teo reading the play a little bit. Unfortunately, not quite there. There was Kaiwei with an attempt at a long range shot. A little bit under, but her teammate gathers it. Mission Mannas really gotta work on their patience and keep a lookout for the defenders' hands. The Sneaker Stingrays are tirelessly defending. They are not giving up. They're challenging for every ball, and it is frustrating to play against a defenders like that, should I say, because they just keep going, and as an attacker, it's mentally draining, really. Baizura there with a tip, very clever tip. She managed to get around Sini just in time to swat the ball off her hands. Jean Chow with a little bit of patience, having to go back, but is rewarded. Charmaine So with yet another shot. Score is 19-23, 4 goals a difference. Sneaker Stingray still in the lead. Now the Mission Mannas defenders really have to be a little bit more ruthless if they want to get back in the game. They really need to challenge for every pass, like how the defenders of the Sneaker Stingrays are doing. Every person, every attacking player of the Mission Mannas is being very carefully guarded. Every pass, you can see a defender challenging for it. Maybe perhaps not quite there, but you know a defender is going to come for you. They have just converted, Mission Mannas have just converted a Sneaker Stingray center pass, and it is now their center pass. Being a little bit patient this time, and hopefully it pays off. Being patient, Charmaine So the mid-range shot. And it has worked out for them. You know, a little bit of patience goes a long way, especially when you have defenders like Sneaker Stingray. If they keep going and going, you just got to be a little bit patient, tire them out. They will eventually let way somehow. Now that was pretty interesting. Sheena Teo wanted to make a jump for the shot, but Xin just stepping right in front of Sheena to prevent her from that jump. And right now we have Mission Mannas send pass. Sneaker Stingray once again with the turnover. Long ball, and Xin was free in the circle completely by herself, but Kaiwei decided to give it to her midfield instead, who eventually found Sini. Jiamin there, the wing attack of Sneaker Stingray, didn't quite expect the pass to come along, decided to duck when the ball was coming towards her, but she gathers it anyway. Vanessa Lee there getting her arms the better of her. She's having her arms out a little bit early while defending a shooter, giving away a penalty shot, which Charmaine So will gladly take. There was a breaking call against the wing defense of Mission Mannas. She stepped out of the transverse line a little bit too early. Sheena Twill with a throw in. Now this is much better play from the Mission Mannas. They have managed to get into their attacking third a lot easier. And now it has converted into a shot. So they would definitely want to make sure that this center pass is a shot for them. Charmin's so very aware that Pamela Liu, the goal attack of Mission Mannas, is running in, quickly gets the ball and without thinking just gives it to her. Just a little bit of just to clarify with the umpire where the free pass was supposed to be taken. It's just 3 goals the difference. The Sneakers Stingray does have a 3-goal advantage over the Mission Mannas, and we have less than 4 minutes to the end of this quarter. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Mission Mannas are the defending champion of this Netball Super League. Last year, they were champions, and Sneakers Stingray did not participate in the Netball Super League last year, so this win for them will be a great start to the return of the competition for them. And they are doing brilliantly so far. They are in lead. It's just 2 goals of difference, but lead is a lead. Tokai with a long range shot. I'm telling you, she's brilliant. She's 21 years of age. She has confidence. Her runs are spectacular. You know, if you give her the ball, she will attempt it. And if she misses it, she will go for the rebound. Interestingly enough, though, the Mission Mannas are creeping their way back into the game. The quarter score currently is 13-11 to the Mission Mannas. So the Mannas, and right now it's 14-11. Mission Mannas are winning this quarter, and that is what they need to do if they are going for the win. Well, definitely they're going for a win. Who plays to lose, right? So the quarter score now is 14-11. Mission Mannas are in the lead, and they are just 2 goals behind the Stinker Stingray. Every center pass is crucial for the Mission Mannas right now. They definitely want to stay ahead in this quarter in terms of the quarter score, because every goal that they score and every conversion that they can get will creep them closer to the Sneaker Stingray. Now, the Mission Mannas will look to convert this center pass. They will want to be strong defensively to gather a turnover. For if they do, the next center pass will be theirs and things could be all even. Baizura with a tip, unfortunately couldn't quite keep it in. Still possession to the Stingrays. Baizura being very vocal. Sheena making sure that Highway does not get that ball, and here we go. This is the conversion turnover that they really need. They are Jean at the top of the circle. Charmin having to do a little quick give and go. Vanessa Lee unfortunately a little bit too close. Charmin so will not miss that, definitely. You know, we've seen that being done several times. The score is Mission Mannas are just 1 goal behind the Sneaker Stingray, and it is their center pass. They will want to convert this, as it will even things out in this game. It will be 29 apiece. And we can start from square one if they do. Here we go. That is it. So making everything even here in the second quarter of the Netball Super League 2018 by Zura, reading it spectacularly, going out for that intercept. Not quite an intercept, a tip rather. But you know, any disruption of attacking play will. And that is the end of the second quarter. Tini had an opportunity to put the Sneaker Stingray a goal up. Unfortunately, couldn't quite. The score is 29-all. Halftime here at the Toa Payoh Sports Hall. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Toa Payoh Sports Hall. This is game number 1 of the M1 Netball Super League 2018 between the Mission Mannas and Sneaker Stingrays. Things are even here at 29-all. Mission Mannas once again having the first center pass of the quarter. The Mission Mannas had a bit of a rough start. The score was 17-12. They were 5 goals behind the Sneaker Stingrays after the first quarter. They have caught up in the second quarter to level the playing field. And right now they have converted and put in the first shot of the quarter. And the score is now 30-29. Now, if you just joined us, the Mission Mannas are the defending champions of the Netball Super League 2018. Granted, they are an open trial team, meaning that these players are not particularly a club, unlike the Sneaker Stingrays who have trained together and competed with each other for a significant amount of time. The Mission Mannas, these players have undergone trials and they are now having to gel and work together over the past few months to compete in this Netball Super League tournament. Both teams converting their first center pass. Charmin so completely free in the circle. Will not miss that. Vanessa Lee and Pavinaya having to sort out their defensive communication a little bit. Both of them were on one shooter, which is not quite effective. But right now it is the possession of Sneaker Stingrays. Nobody want to quite pick that ball up, so umpire just hold time for a little bit. No changes for the Sneaker Stingrays, while for the Mission Mannas, Jinsha is back to the wing defense position. Mission Mannas just converted the center pass of Sneaker Stingrays, putting them 2 goals ahead. Now, earlier I mentioned that the Mission Mannas were having a little bit of a rough time converting their own center passes. They were having a very hard time finding their way into the circle. They have since settled into the game pretty well, and now this is Charmin So's chance to convert their own center pass. There was great change of action by Sin E. Unfortunately, Baizura, or fortunately for Baizura rather, let's talk positive things here. Baizura read that very well and just managed to tap the ball out of play. This is the Mission Mannas center pass, and apologies. Jinsha is actually in the wing attack position, not the wing defense. The red on blue, it's a little bit hard to see from all the way up here, but here we go. They're doing well. The Mission Mannas, they are in the lead. The score is 34-31. They are 3 goals ahead of the Sneaker Stingray. Oh, it's a great jump by Nura Baizura, but nothing will face Sini, the goal shooter of Sneaker's Stingrays. The tables have turned here in the second half of this game. The Mission Mannas are up by 2 goals. Sneaker Stingrays having desperately rather would want to convert, will get the turnover. That was a long, long, long way back that the ball had to go to Vaizura. But you rather go back than lose possession. Unfortunately, they have lost possession here. And this is the turnover that the Stingrays would want. But I guess commentators curse. A little bit of fumble. Ball has gone back to Mission Mannas. Now, while most of you might think that this might be Mission Mannas' game, being the defending champions of the NSL competition, the Stingrays are definitely a force to be reckoned with. In 2015, they were the champions. In 2016, they were the runners-up. Last year, they did not participate. So definitely, they want to make a strong comeback this season. And the game is proving that. Just that, as Tokaire takes a very long shot to make things 35-33 to the Mission Mannas. Now is the Mission Mannas center pass. Just having to take that penalty pass again. Pavanaya moving up a little bit early, just moving up before the pass was taken. Charmaine So, you give that woman the ball and she will put it in. She's a very reliable shooter, and definitely the Mission Mannas midfielders will want to give her as much of the ball as possible in the circle. On the other end, we have Tokaire and Sini in the circle. Both of them going for very long range shots and going pretty accurately at them. They are not afraid to take the long range shots. They give them the ball, wherever they are, they will put it in. Pavanaya and Vanessa Lee, the goal defense and goalkeeper, Stingrays, are holding the shooters very tightly. Pamela Liu manages to get free and puts in that shot. That is 3 passes again to the circle before Sini makes that shot. That was very effective center pass from the Stingrays. On the other hand, the Mission Mannas having to go back to Vaizura before going forward to their attacking third. Nathan Carter, the center of Mission Mannas, finding no option in Jean Chia and Pamela Liu, the wing attack and goal attack of Mission Mannas at the center pass. But they eventually find their way in, you know. Sometimes you just need to be a little patient. You gotta go backwards before you can go forwards, and that's what they just did. Now the Stingrays is having to go back to reset the play a little bit. Sheena Teo saw that ball, smelled it, and went for it. She's a determined player, Sheena Teo. She has her eyes set on that intercept. She will go for the intercept, and you might want to watch her head while she's at it. There was a beautiful screen set up by Pamela Liu for Charmaine So. Charmaine So was completely free. Pamela Liu blocking out the defenders, disabling them to defend Charmaine So. Didn't go quite as planned, but the ball is in the circle now, in possession of Charmaine So. And of course, she makes no mistakes. The score is 39-35 to the Mission Mannas. We have about 6 minutes left of the game. You know, it's often said that the third quarter is quite the determining quarter of netball. So we will see how both teams go. Long ball, good feed there from Sarah Sue from the center into Lucine E, the goal shooter of Sneaker Stingray. I'm telling you, these shooters of the Sneaker Stingray, they will get the ball and they do not hesitate at all. They just turn and they put up the shot. They don't try to get to a closer position. They are confident, they are ready, and they will put up that shot. Pamela Liu completely free in the circle. It's a great feed, great shot to finish that off. Highway is yet another long range shot. The Sneaker Stingray would want to get a turnover to stay in the game, and a turnover they get is a throw in for the Sneaker Stingray. That's a very long ball and a very it's a very Sneakers thing to do. That's what they do. They get a ball and Vanessa Lee especially, she will sling it as far as she possibly can so that the ball gets into the attacking half. Unfortunately, perhaps it's getting a bit predictable. The Mission Mannas are converting and they are defending pretty well, causing them to fumble, and they are getting the turnovers and they are converting their turnovers and putting themselves in lead. The score is 41-38 with about 4 minutes left in the clock. Now that is very interesting. The whistle blew. Natalie Carter was waiting for an option from the wing attack, goal attack from Mission Mannas, but neither of them budged. So maybe it is a tactic for them to go back before they go front. But, it is proving effective for them. Tok Highway gathers the ball in the circle. Doesn't quite have an option to pass to, wanted to go backwards. Couldn't quite do that. This is another long range shot. They just don't miss, do they? Now the Sneaker Stingrays will really want to get a turnover here. Now, if this was the first quarter, it might have been a lot easier for them to do so as the Mission Mannas were adjusting, but right now they seem to have gotten their rhythm, and it may take them a little bit longer than the Stingrays to get a ball into their circle, but they eventually do it and it eventually does convert for them. Sini try a sneaky little bounce pass to Tiamin, doesn't quite make it. The Mission Mannas on a counter attack, try to go real quick, but Pamela Liu shuffling her feet a little bit while in possession of the ball, causing a footwork and a turnover to the Sneakers. Both teams getting a little bit desperate as the clock winds down. It is about 2 minutes to the left of 2 minutes left of this quarter, and you can tell the teams are really getting a little bit desperate as the passes are fumbling a little bit, catches also a little bit not as tidy as both teams would like. Bit of a miscommunication there between Natalie Carter and Jean Chia. Jean Chia would perhaps wanted a straight pass, straight flat one, but Natalie Carter decided nope, the space was behind and wanted to go back. Great change of direction from Kai Wei to get herself really close to the circle, and there's no doubt she's going to miss from there. About 9 seconds remaining on this clock. The Sneaker Stingrays are just a goal behind, and it is their center pass. They do not want to lose this opportunity to make things even, and they definitely make full use of that opportunity right there. Just 1 minute left to this quarter. The Mission Mannas, this is the center pass on the Mission Mannas, finding a lot of difficulty progressing the ball into their goal circle. But once they are in the goal circle, once the ball is delivered into the goal circle to the shooters, there is no mistake. Mannas and Charmaine So have been pretty accurate in this competition so far. Give them the ball, they will put it in for sure. 30 seconds, fumble from Stingrays. This is their center pass to Stingrays, so this is an opportunity for Mission Mannas to get the defensive conversion. So Pavan and I are doing excellent work there to get the possession back to the Stingray. Just about 10 seconds remaining. Tai Wei has the ball. Will she put it in? She has time. And she will. And that is the end of the third quarter. Mission Mannas will once again start the last quarter of this very intense game. It is 44-all. Mission Mannas versus the Stingrays. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final quarter of the first game of the M1 Netball Super League 2018 between the Mission Mannas and Stingrays. Stingrays are the team in purple and pink. Mission Mannas are the defending champions and are the team in blue and red. Things are all even here. The Toa Payoh Sports total score is 44-all. Mission Mannas once again with the first center pass of the quarter. This is going to be an exciting one. Last 15 minutes to the game. There will be no additional time or tiebreaker for this quarter. Should the game end in a draw, it is a round robin competition. If you are just joining us, welcome to the live stream of the first game. It is very exciting. The Mission Mannas have converted their first center pass in less than 30 seconds. This is Stingrays' opportunity to level things. Every center pass counts, and every center pass is going to be crucial for both of these teams. No changes from either of the teams. The Stingrays are putting on a very impressive defensive show here. The Mission Mannas having to show a lot of patience before feeding the ball in. That was a great tip. Unfortunately, the Mission Mannas can't quite retain the possession of the ball. It will now go to Stingrays. It is their center pass anyway, so they would want to capitalize on this. Ball very easily into the circle for Liu Xing. She doesn't think that she gets the ball and she just puts it up and releases the ball and goes in. She really doesn't think. It is really quite second nature to her how she shoots. Mission Mannas once again having to be patient before feeding the ball in. Charmaine sort of a rare miss there. You know, if you were a defender, Vanessa Lee or Pavanaya who are in the circle, you would want to challenge and gather that rebound because it does not come often. But, you know, speaking of rebounds, there are rarely any rebounds on the Stingrays side either. So it is goal for goal here at the Toa Payoh Sports Hall. There is excellent rotation by the shooters, Pamela Liu and Charmaine So. Charmaine So just from the base running up front to Natalie Carter and releasing the space for Pamela Liu to make that baseline run, and it's a great vision from Natalie Carter to deliver the ball to Pamela Liu, who eventually puts it in. It is 48-all here at the Toa Payoh Sports Hall with 11 minutes remaining to this game. Mr. Mannas are in possession. It's a sneaky little bounce pass by Jean Shah to Pamela Liu. Now Sneaker Stingrays in possession of the ball. The Mission Mannas have really tightened up in their play and really are giving the Sneaker Stingray a little bit of a hard time here. But you know, it is so hard to defend a team such as Sneaker Stingrays, especially their shooters. They are so accurate from so far away. No matter how far they get the ball from the pole, they are just gonna have a go at it, and most of the time it goes in. So really, the Mission Mannas defenders do have their work cut out for them. The bench of the Sneaker Stingrays, all the officials are up, standing up in excitement. You know, the Sneaker Stingrays are known to be a very verbal team. Everybody on the bench are cheering, screaming, giving instructions to their teammates. Pamela Liu with a very sneaky second pass to Charmaine. So Vanessa Lee almost got it, she read it. I think a Stingray with the possession is neck and neck here. Nothing separates the two teams. By Zura, really reading the game very well, sneaking out from behind and getting that tip, very crucial tip for the Mission Mannas. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite keep it in, so possession goes to the Sneaker Stingrays. It was a great attempt by Sheena Teo, the goalkeeper of Mission Mannas. It was a great jump as well by Sheena Teo, but Toa Payoh goal attack with Sneaker Stingrays will not be phased. She is focused and she is ready and she is accurate. Great pressure there from the Sneaker Stingray. Natalie Carter having no options, holding the ball a little bit too long, longer than 3 seconds, forcing the held ball. And now the possession is to the Sneaker Stingray. The Mission Mannas having possession right now, and they are quick on the counter but having to slow down a little bit. You know, as mentioned earlier, the defenders of the Sneaker Stingrays are really tight. They are very committed and they will follow you every step of the way. So you will need to be patient to shock the defenders off. Sneaker Stingray now having a little bit of a hard time getting through to their attacking third, and just as I said there, Toa Payoh provides an option and a long ball goes in. Now the ball is into Sini. By Zura pressuring the shot a little bit. She was hesitating a little bit, a bit unconventional from Sini. She had to think about that shot a little bit, and probably by Zura going to her head, and now this is what I was about to say, with the possession of Mission Mannas. Vanessa Lee comes right out and gives a brilliant interception to put her team once again with another attempt through Sin Yi. And Vanessa Lee the captain, will be very happy that that is converted. Her hard work definitely paid off. Well, 6 minutes remaining. Mission Manor is having to be patient, but a little bit too patient at times. Having no options. Sini once again at that corner. She has been shooting at that particular spot several times now. Maybe the defenders of the Mission Manors want to counter that. She has been in that spot for the last few shots and she has converted. Perhaps it's her favorite spot. Let's see if she will get there again. Nope, she won't. Wakaiwi gets it. Score is 53-51 to the Sneakers Stingray. Every mistake will hurt. And that was a breaking by Jean Chia, the wing attack of Mission Manors, costing the team the center pass. The ever Lion Sini, the goal shooter on Sneakers Stingrays, will make no mistake. 54-51 to the Sneakers Stingrays with 5 minutes remaining. Anything is still possible though with Mission Manors. Every possession is crucial. Every shot is crucial. Highway knows that. Charmin So having to come a long way out of the circle. It's quite unconventional for a goal shooter to be that far out of the circle, but that was a quick pass around, give and go. Charmin So a little bit frazzled. And as I mentioned earlier, it's rare to get a rebound from Charmin So, and the defenders do need to pick it up, and the Sneaker Stingray defenders just did that. Unfortunately, the shooters of Sneaker Stingray couldn't quite keep possession, and it's now back to the Mission Manors. Whoa. The ball is just flying up and down the court. Players are getting tired, the passes are getting a little bit sloppy. Everybody needs to tighten up a little bit. You know, it's just 4 minutes remaining. The Sneaker Stingrays are in lead with a 4-goal advantage. They do not need to rush anything. They should keep possession. The substitution here for the Sneakers Stingray and Mission Manors. Zhang Ailin coming in as the wing attack for Mission Manors. Jean Chia will go to the bench. Pavinaya moving to wing defense. Sarah Su has moved out to the bench, seemingly with a sore ankle. Two passes it takes to be in the circle. Sneaker Stingrays have been very effective through the game. They have found their shooters very easily into the circle. It's like clockwork for them. Vanessa Lee, I'm telling you, true as it is to the defenders, being a defender of Sneaker Stingrays, you have to be hardworking and relentless, and that is what Vanessa Lee was doing, and she got a tip, and she was rewarded with that beautiful shot by Sin Yi. The Sneaker Stingrays seemingly have to have in the bag. The score is 57-52. The score, they are at a 6-goal advantage with 2.5 minutes left to the clock. But the Mission Manors, it's still possible for the Mission Manors to catch up. They just have to really work very hard. Everybody have to work very hard. The defenders, especially right now, will want to convert this center pass. Sini having to take a step back to get away from Baizura. Baizura seems to be getting into Sini's head a little bit. Sini has been very consistent and very solid through the game. Unfortunately, Baizura is starting to get in hit. Very quick pass. Charmin So knows where Pamela Liu is. She is very aware. And therefore, she does not hesitate before making that pass. Mission Mannas sent a pass. It is 4 goals. The difference is 1 minute slightly. There's 3 goals the difference now. The Mission Mannas will need 2 conversions to even things, to draw a point in this competition. Much rather share points than go home with none, and that is the mission for the Mission Mannas right now. Charmin So having to come out a long way to save the ball to retain possession. Two goals the difference. They need to quickly score off their own centre pass and get a conversion, hopefully, for shared points. That's what we are playing for right now. Hopefully a win. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? 5 seconds left remaining. Maybe a little bit too late. 58-56 is the score. And that is the game. Sneakers Stingray win the first game of the Netball Super League 2018. What a start and a comeback for the Sneakers Stingray. The next game at 4 p.m. Blaze Dolphins versus Magic Marlins. At 6 p.m. Fear Orcas versus FRC Barracudas.